the agenda of the modern Democratic Party.
Oh my
Marriage
God.
equality is not a Marxist ideal. Oh my God.
I'm sorry, we're a Marxist island of misfit toys?
Because we want to be seen equally.
I see. Yeah,
We're
we're
Marxist.
We're all guns that shoot grape jelly. Oh, well. Okay.
We are real people. For him to say that we're not real people.
He's awful.
You're you say that because you're
Come on,
a
Florida, you
Marxist
can do better.
misfit.
Yes.
Okay.
I've been trolled. I've been trolled by Marco
You
Rubio.
did. See, this time
See?
we got you. We're a couple of misfits. Sing with me. Okay. Chris got trolled.
I got trolled.
Okay.
You did.
Because you were waiting for, yeah. Because guess who showed up whenever he feels like it?
Charlie, why are you so late? We missed you.
I'm still getting over the photos I saw of you with other men.
You tweeted J.D. Vance campaigning in Israel. I know that Ohio's maps are pretty badly gerrymandered, but yeah, everybody there is saying, A, where is he? And B, he's running one of the worst campaigns ever. And now he's like, oh, yes, you should stay in a violent marriage. I mean,
He is right. He is running a terrible campaign, apparently.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's still viable in that race, it just confirms everything I think about Ohio.
well, I mean, the latest poll, it still has Tim Ryan up, but only by a point. I've seen polls with Ryan up by more, but what do you think?
Well, I mean, Tim Ryan, if Ohio's going to elect a Democrat besides Sherrod Brown, it's going to be him. It's going to be Tim Ryan.
Yeah.
He checks all the boxes, and he's running against the creature from Peter Thiel's basement.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say party activists say Vance is missing from many of the county fairs, party meetings, campaign stops where candidates in the state are expected to be. The Republican faithful are telling me they can't find J.D. Vance with a search warrant. One GOP source said they are now in a full-on panic after Vance revealed his debt he has debt that he has to pay off after the primary. One radio host there said it's a code red. I think he's running the worst campaign you could possibly run. But I don't get the just going out of your way to I don't know what it is, Charlie, trolling people. What is it? Saying women should stay in violent marriages just to get.
They all speak the language of the drive time radio talk show now.
Yeah.
They all talk like the guys Chris used to work for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the lingua franca of American conservatism and all Republicans now.
But you know why I think this is why I think we need to be, as we say on the show, alpha liberals. T-shirts now available at StephanieMiller.com. We have several designs going up.
Yes.
But John Fetterman, alpha liberal, right? I love the way he's running his campaign. Kyle Griffin said Pennsylvania Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman has launched a petition seeking to induct Dr. Oz into the New Jersey State Hall of Fame. And he just said, Fetterman, relentless carpet bombing campaign.
Yes.
Right? Someone said, are you going to try to post your way into the Senate? And he tweeted back, we're sure going to try, son. But that's right. I mean, he's an alpha liberal. I like the way he's running his campaign.
Yeah, and once again he's running against a terrible candidate.
Yes.
I mean,
a Trump celebrity.
Right now, the Republican Party seems to think it can elect anybody to the Senate. I mean, it can elect, zombie John C. Calhoun to the Senate between Herschel Walker, Dr. Oz, and J.D. Vance. These are three awful candidates.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, you just tweeted, somebody, Yasher Ali, tweeted, Hyundai subsidiary has used child labor as young as 12 at its Alabama factory. And you said this, Polio, it's the 1897 show. I mean, these laws, it really is. You're going back to laws from, God knows what, regarding women and everything else, right?
Well, I mean, you're seeing, you're seeing activated anti-choice laws that were passed in 1892. Or 1837, or whatever it is.
Right.
That are still on the books. Why they were all still on the books is beyond me.
Yeah.
50 years of Roe v. Wade being the law of the land, and these laws were still on the books. I don't know why people were so asleep at the switch on that one, but yeah, and I mean, and I think you mentioned casually early on that my mother's polio was an enormous, factor in my growing up.
Yeah.
My mother having she had the pneumatic form, which put her in an iron lung and really kind of marked her for life.
Yeah. Charlie,
Yeah.
can you, for those youngins in the audience, explain what an iron lung is? It was sort of the ventilator of the day.
Yeah, you get
right?
put in a steel tube, and it helps you breathe,
Yeah.
or enables you to breathe. But the problem is you're in a steel tube. It's
Yeah.
kind of like having a permanent MRI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you said
Except
you just said
your head is out, obviously.
you just wrote, "Oh look, polio's back. Thanks, idiots." And you just said my mother caught the respiratory variety, spent months in an iron lung, which marks her psychologically for life in a number of destructive ways, including a lifelong distrust, fear of doctors. She was absolutely terrified I would catch it. She rejoiced in the arrival of the Salk vaccine. I think she even would be furious with the anti-vax movement, which, as we see, is now spreading like a plague of ignorance far beyond the ongoing pandemic. I mean, there's several people beloved to me that are elderly now that have COVID. And we are 2.5 years into this. I'm testing every other day. I went to my first indoor thing. I'm still terrified. I might have gotten it from that, I mean, yeah, go ahead.
Well, I mean, I think if the entire, society seems to have made the collective decision that we all should accept the fact that it's out there and get on with our lives, then what are you going to do? I mean,
Yeah. Oh,
gotta get on
I
with
admit
your
we've
life.
lost the fight politically.
Oh, yeah.
We just lost
it's
the
not
fight.
it's not
Yeah.
just politically. It's
I mean-
socially and culturally and every other way.
Right. I just mean in terms of, vaccine or mask mandates. We
I mean,
clearly
I flew back and forth to Washington, and there were maybe 3 people on the flight that were masked, including me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
I
no,
have
I
my
know.
extra special made for people with beards N95 masks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They have special ones.
Yeah,
If you
my
have a
friend
beard.
was same. She flew to London. She was one of the only people with a mask, and of course, she got COVID because it's it's of limited help if only you are wearing one, but it
Yeah.
helps. Charlie, you also wrote about the this terrifying piece in Axios. Trump 2.0 could be powered by sycophantic bureaucrats. That's why the danger in saying it can't get any worse, because you say if you need something to terrify you this weekend, check out Axios, which has a story about the people already planning for the possibility of Trump 2. This time it's personal. He's surrounding himself with ideological fringe monkeys and sycophantic bureaucrats in waiting, and they have some big plans. The dreaded Schedule F. And of course, right? I mean, even we were saying earlier, Jared, Ivanka. I mean, forget it. Anyone that's not a complete 2020 election denier is out,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, I mean, another Trump term would be powered exclusively by revenge.
Yeah.
There would be no public policy at all.
Right.
I mean, we're talking both in Congress and in the White House. I mean, because they're going to be investigations from hell till breakfast if the Republicans get their hands on the House Oversight Committee
Yeah.
or Judiciary.
Yeah.
Jim Jordan is going to be the chairman of the Judiciary Committee if the Republicans take the House. That ought to terrify everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. It's as if we're not terrified enough. All right.